That's what I look forward to.
And I want to clarify your answer to Stephen Nelson. He asked about your comment calling the president a fascist, and your answer was, both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views. Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. That's easier.
President Trump gleefully saying that Zoran Mamdani can call him a fascist? Wow, this was the meeting that shocked the world, and it really was kind of a Rorschach test for conservatives and progressives. You have progressives and Mamdani supporters saying, whoa, Trump really acquiesced to Mamdani here. He kneeled before Mamdani and let him dominate, whereas conservatives are saying like, oh, Mamdani is bowing before Trump. They're saying this meeting was like when the bad kid gets sent to the principal's office and saying Trump came out looking like the alpha and Mamdani came out looking like the beta. Pretty interesting. I would say totally shocking, no matter what your take on it is, that they were so friendly with each other. Even more shocking when you put it in other contexts. For example, like when Trump and Obama first met in 2016 after Trump won the election, they were very cold, you know, and they were aggressive to each other in the past. They insulted each other in front of audiences, just like Trump and Mamdani have. And yet Mamdani and Trump are getting along super well. Trump and Obama, not so much, barely smiling during their meeting. And then also Trump and Biden in 2024, remember after Trump won a second time, Biden was all smiles with Trump. And so this kind of seems like the reverse, where now Trump is in Biden's position. He's like, oh, I've got Mamdani over. Oh, this is so cool. You know, I said some bad things about him and look, like some of them might be true, but I think he's going to do great things for New York. He's going to surprise some very conservative people and not surprise the liberal people. But yeah, I'm rooting for him. And then Mamdani, yeah, I think some progressives might not be happy with him meeting with Trump just because he's treating it like he's a guy they can work with, when it seems like he's a guy who's just hell-bent on harming everyone except for the uber wealthy and himself. But yeah, with him saying, oh, we have a shared love of New York. Some people might say that's ceding too much ground, you know, but it is impressive that he's able to kind of get Trump all giddy and like, oh yeah, look, I'm starstruck here. I got the mayor-elect of New York City with me, when he's been so hostile to people that he's, you know, had a performatively hostile relationship with before. And that's what I would say. It reveals his relationship with Mamdani when he's speaking in front of his audiences and speaking, you know, from the White House, to be just performatively hostile. He's saying he's a communist. He's saying that he should be deported. So just really toxic attacks, like jihadist, I think he said. I know Ted Cruz has said that, but yeah, it shows that it's a lot of theater. And it's like, this probably isn't theater. This is an authentic moment of him with Mamdani to his face. You could also say that, yeah, him letting Mamdani call him a fascist, interrupting him when he could have, you know, explained himself more. And I don't think Mamdani was going to call Trump a fascist to his face. Let's face it, human nature just doesn't work that way. You're not going to, people just don't usually insult other people to their faces quite as much as they do when they're not in front of them. So I don't think he was going to call him a fascist. I think he was going to find some way to explain his way out of it. But yeah, cutting him the slack of being like, yeah, no, you don't need to explain yourself. J.D. Vance was praising Trump for that, saying, oh, well done. This was one of his best, finest moments. And it's like, well, I don't think Mamdani would cut Trump off if Trump were asked about Mamdani being a communist and saying, you can just say it, you know. So Trump is kind of like, yeah, no, whatever. This was all performative. Anyhow, Mamdani probably doesn't see this so much as performative. Maybe a little bit. He was a former theater kid. But overall, I think, yeah, he believes Trump is a fascist, as many people in good faith do, and as it's becoming harder and harder to argue against. But yeah, what do you think of this meeting between Trump and Mamdani? Please like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This is the More is the Merrier, and I look forward to speaking to you in my next video.